recording again. Yeah. Well, you're online right now. I am recording this. It's 10:36 in the morning, West Coast time. It's still the 30th of June. Play. Hey, Reb. So, in regards to what we're talking about, separation of church and state, yes. When our country was formed, we're formed like every other country. But mostly you have the kings out there and want their territory. In this United States, we don't have a king. We have elected officials in here. And one of the things we really didn't want is have an official religion shoved down people's throats. My point. We are supposed to be governed by the people, for the people, of the people in this country. That's how it's been quoted. That's how it's been processed. That's how it's enacted and living as far as nearly 250 years. That's what we agreed to. What we didn't agree to is tyrants of any and all sorts telling us that we have one religion of worship, which is the Christian Sharia equivalent to what Iran has. And already we've got that going in the White House with this religious nutjob thing going on in the White House. So I have an issue over this. I really, really have an issue over this one. Because you cannot shove a singular religion down people's throats. I'll say that again. You cannot shove it down people's throats. You can put up the Ten Commandments and say, well, it's for the good of the people. No, it isn't. It's secular. It's secular. If it was for the good of the people, we already would have been having it a long time ago and have done it as an accepted norm. It is not a norm. The founding fathers, when they created this country, did not want an official religion. Did you ever study English history? As in the study of Britain, reasons why we separated. Yes, we had Catholicism happening over there, but also we had enforced Protestant happening. And it's been a lot longer than people who have traveled as colonists to the new land. They wanted freedom to worship whatever format. Calvinists, other forms of dealing with Christianity, but not one particular sect. Not one. Just many. And what you're hearing in the background is Mama having breakfast and hopefully not trying to turn a bowl over. So what I am in dealing with at this point is to make clear of what our religious freedoms are supposed to be. We have a pluralistic society. We're supposed to have a pluralistic society where we're free to worship in any way, shape, or form, but we cannot enforce this in a government form or fashion. It is the government's responsibility to take care of its people. Yes, morally and legally it's becoming more and more of a darkened issue, isn't it? Or a clouded issue at this point. But moralistically speaking, yeah. But how they do it is their own viewpoints on how it should be done. And there we're usually having the issues with. And it's usually either a group of knotheads who want to force the country into one form or fashion. Now, democracy is one of those messiest government systems we've got. But it theoretically allows us the greater freedom to do and to be more pluralistic. I'm trying to find the right words for this one here, Reverend Ed. We were taught that this is supposed to be the greatest country on earth. We were taught that kind of ideology, that hype, that hyperbole. The thing that makes us great again is fill in a damn blank that you have what we thought it's supposed to be. But pluralism. To be many things, but under one country. Under the set rules and regulations and the laws that we already established, that we all agreed upon. With a hell of a lot of compromise. But nowhere was a saying in the Federalist Papers. Nowhere was it saying in an Independence Declaration of Independence, or even the U.S. Constitution that we had one religion. Till we had the Trumplicans coming into office and demanding it. By putting some kind of faith worship in the executive branch, this is saying that we have an established religion, or worse, an established language. Established language, Reverend Ed. There had been talk for decades over this one by the conservatives. They don't want to just one language. They keep forgetting this country was built upon immigrants who came over. But we're also European invaders who came over and took over the land from the Native Americans. How did you think they felt when we shoved our stuff down their throat, including our religion? They already had their spiritual beliefs in the Great Spirit. They had their own languages, their own customs and culture, and we trolled right over them with the damn musket and the enforcement of people coming over. We overwhelmed them. We tried to make them inclusive one way or another by even wiping out their own damn culture. Now they're slowly still trying to rebuild their culture, piece by piece, up to this point. And we're forcing issues down their throat. They have their own little rotten territories. We stripped them. And now we got a government system that we stupidly voted in November of 2024. And I will not let the public forget this mistake. I will keep shoving it in their damn faces because this is what they expect. This is what they got. Without going on full force and electing someone else other than Trump. And I will constantly remind them because I am a sore on their feet. I am a sore on their ass. And they will keep seeing this. And they will keep hearing it. I will hold my people, the United States of America, accountable, transparent, and responsible by constantly reminding them of this. They caused this chaos and confusion by not coming out in mass. And now they're griping about it. See, I turned you off as I'm doing this recording because I don't want any distractions of my thought patterns regarding this. We've already got the conservatives already set up. We are destined to crash and burn because of our judgments or misjudgments, however you want to look at it. And one of those misjudgments is trying to enforce a singular religious doctrine. We had already stated there shall not be a government religious indoctrination here. A government-sponsored religion. We might as well be Iran with our own Sharia law. And we will brainwash people in every damn state, every damn county. We will brainwash the youth to believe only in one religion, the religion of the Trump, who wants what's best for his children, who wants Christianity to be Christianity nationalists. Consider me theatrical at this point over here, Reverend Ed. But there are lines drawn here. And yes, I am hearkened back again to those passages in the Bible concerning about how Christ was trying to deal with what was going on in Gethsemane. But nowhere did it say, anywhere in the history of the Bible that was written down, how he was dealing with the Roman soldiers who pushed and prodded and used the sword. And not to mention everybody trying to push one thing down everybody's throat. Or even worse, as much information I tried to learn about Gandhi. And he was born not a Christian. He didn't believe in violence. He never did. And he never did like people getting beaten up as he had experienced and jailed for no damn reason. But he wasn't about to go for the violent act in the first place. But unfortunately, it's coming to that point. I'm feeling it. Either my fear is going intense at this point, Reverend Ned, or we are getting to that point. I hope to God we don't. I don't want to see a bloody civil war in my time, or a bloody revolution happening here. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to know about it. But there's gonna happen. It's happening slowly but surely with little cracks and creaks and little things being chipped out. We built walls to hold up our value systems and the damn thing is getting crumbled. The dam is breaking. There's only so many fingers you can put into a damn dike hole. But it's breaking. We have been warned. We are living in a valley. We're living in an area where it's going to be flooded out like crazy. Stories of this similar thing dropped upon us for decades on how we look at this thing. We heard the radio warnings. We heard people crying out, running out in the streets, trying to get the hell out, get to higher ground. There's always had to be some fools and idiots have to stand or just say, God's going to save me. We hadn't seen the signs yet, have we? We should have been seeing the signs a long time ago for the Civil War. We heard it, we saw it, and then it happened. And then it happened. I can't get out of the damn valley, but I'm going to climb my ass off if I have to get out of it. Or learn how to swim. No one shoves shit down my throat and expects me to obey. Nobody. God gave us, or cursed us, if you want to look at it that way. Why did we have the tree of knowledge? Tempting us all around. Testing humanity? Testing if we will obey God on a constant basis? Did he also know that the serpent was in there to test us? Did he send him? Or was this individual? We don't know in the texts. We can only surmise things in the texts. What was the real reason of it all? And then we had to be cursed with it. I want to look at it one way or another. Right now, we are in Guado. I will not have somebody shove shit down my throat and tell me I have to. I got two words for that one, Reverend Ed. Bite me. It is the government's responsibility to take care of the people because that's what their job is. For safety and security. Unfortunately, that's the only two things that they keep in their heads. Actually, one thing. Security. Because the elitism that runs the damn shit wants it that way. Screw what the people want or need for humanitarian reasons. We want the numbers to prove some egotistical shit to people. Now, we are an authoritative regime. Yeah, but what happens if we didn't have the people in there in the first place? All they stuck was a militia, that's about it. An armed militia, and then what? Militia of armed thugs. Where are they going to go? After other countries? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And right now, feel it. I'm feeling the pressure of being opposite end of what Gandhi wanted in the first place. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it, but I have no choice. Somebody's going to be enforcing stuff down my throat. I'm going to say no. I don't care if God's saying that you have to follow this religion. He never gave us that option in the first place. A Tower of Babel. Does that ever ring a bell to you? Building a high monument to touch the sky and touch God. With our ego and our pride and our hubris. And then we get struck down because we can't understand everybody else. Our own hubris, our own ego, our own whatever it is that was pissing off God, according to the stories. That we all now speak a foreign language. We need a Rosetta Stone to translate all of it. What's our Rosetta Stone to be translating for what the hell we've been going through that we can present to the future? Where and what is it? How is it? Trying to explain why we were in the mess. I can't tell you. I'm poor, deaf, and dumb. And if I happen to say anything, are you going to be able to understand what the hell I'm talking about? I'm not trying to be one of those kind of fiery preachers or lay ministers. I'm just saying what I have to say off my damn chest here, Reverend Ed. Nobody has the right to force shit down my throats unless I will it. I'm not God, but I do have the power to say no. And then deal with the consequences afterwards. But I am not looking forward to shoving my will in any way, shape, or form down somebody else's throat at this point. Saying, you will deal with me. You will deal with I say. I want to hear from the other guy to say, bite me, asshole. God wants me to worship a religion. He should be talking to me about this one. He should be giving me an ultimatum saying, this is how I want you to worship me or else. But nowhere in the Ten Commandments I've ever said that. You want to honor God, you honor God. Fine, I honor God. I also honor my mother and my father. My father, not so much. I honor the father upstairs, but not the biological sperm donor. I'm still having a hard time trying to forgive at this point over here. And there's a long story on that one, Reverend Ed. A long story on that one. Am I right? I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm the biggest fool and idiot in all of creation at this point. If it is, I got the title! Because then I can sit on the sidelines and wonder if I made the right decision or not. With my own regrets, my own insecurities driving me crazy at this point. Whether or not I pissed God off enough to sit on the sidelines, instead of picking a side and then saying hell with everything and just be a bull. Knowing that there are consequences that I still have to face. And I accepted it because I did the job. And I said to hell with the consequences. That's what makes me the fool and idiot at this point. Being bullheaded enough to go into the China shop and then go crazy with the damn China. But only if you allow the bull to go through it. And you have your delegates out there waiting to be broken. Otherwise, you had better barriers to keep the damn bull out. But you didn't expect the bull to come through, did you? Fools and idiots on both sides.